I come alive in the night, post up and abide by the light, until I'm one with the fly, slowed up till I'm done with the stride. I come alive in the night, post up and abide by the light, until I'm one with the fly, slowed up till I'm done with the strife. Cause when I come alive I get, when I come alive I get, come alive I get. You know when I'm high like this, when I'm high like this, you know how I get. When I come alive I get, when I come alive I get, come alive I get. When I'm high like this, when I'm high like this, you know how I get. Grab your cup and sip it slow, sip it till you lose control. You had enough, I had some more. If you had enough, you had some more. So grab your cup and sip it slow, use it till you lose control. If you had enough, you had some more. Had enough, you had some more.
Yo, are y'all watching this? Are y'all watching this? I just want y'all to know we had an episode titled Jimmy Think He Clyde. God damn it, Jimmy might actually be Clyde. That might be the name of this episode. Jimmy might be Clyde.
That man is going crazy right now.
He's going crazy right now. Jimmy Buckets is playing out of his mind. 30 plus, 10 plus rebounds, right? And 9 assists.
He got a triple-double.
Oh, he finally got the triple-double. Okay. My bad.
Like
I was
36,
focused.
12, and 11.
He got 36, 12, and 11 with no Bam Adebayo, with no Goran Dragic. This is the best game.
No, he got 40.
Wow, he got 40, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. This is the best game Jimmy Butler has ever played in his life. And if I was LeBron James, I would be scared. Because without Goran Dragic, if you can't, but also, Pavy, this is what we've been talking about all year long with the Lakers, is that we have to actually look at, can they stop guards? And sometimes they can't stop guards.
Yeah, but Jimmy ain't really a guard. Jimmy more so a forward.
Yeah, but
we talking about quick guards.
But we also got to talk about, what is Bam Adebayo considered, a point center, right? No. He's considered a point center. That's what people call him. Meaning that he is actually, a lot of times they say he initiates the offense, he runs the point. When he's gone, Jimmy has to facilitate more. He does.
I mean, Jimmy facilitates a lot regardless, but I just think this wasn't, not granted, we was out for some of the game.
I mean, I was actually paying attention.
I couldn't see it.
He switched up a lot. They actually decided to go man this game.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler played very, very well this game.
Yeah,
They actually stopped just standing at the three-point line and waiting to make threes and actually decided to attack the paint.
But from what I saw, it looked like the Lakers kind of just got punched in the mouth and didn't exactly
respond. Yeah, but how do you define punched in the mouth? I told you that for the first two games that them winning was what they were supposed to do.
For instance, even like I see a lot of plays where just like, the Heat looked like they played a little bit harder than the Lakers did in many aspects.
I don't like that. AD played terrible in the first half. I will give him that.
No, they look like they played harder. Like I saw one play today, after they scored, the Heat get a bucket in transition. That shouldn't happen. Other teams should be coming down scoring in transition after you score.
Oh my God.
That shouldn't happen. It looked like they played it. Like, even when you look at how they was guarding Jimmy Butler. Like, yeah, Jimmy had 40, and shout out Jimmy, but my thing is you got to attack Jimmy. The reason why he kept going to the lines because most of the time they backpedaling, and he coming at you full speed, and you backpedaling.
Is that not what he's supposed to do, though?
But shout out Jimmy, but I'm talking about you got to attack that man. For instance, one thing that I learned about.
I don't think they have the assets to do that.
Yes, you do. You got LeBron James, you got Anthony Davis.
You can't attack him. He's not a guy you want to go against in the switch. He's an All-NBA defender.
Who?
Jimmy Butler.
No, I'm talking about defensively. When he has the ball offensively.
Okay, I'm glad this one to sweep. Hey, Jimmy Butler. I'm finna be out of frame, but Jimmy Butler, goddammit.
There we go.
Jimmy Butler, you deserve this, sir.
Before this.
Jimmy Butler, this your game, bro. This the Jimmy Butler game. Until the end of time, this will be known as the Jimmy Butler game.
Before the series, I think we both. I said
Jimmy Butler. This is the Jimmy Butler game.
Before the series, I said Lakers in 6.
Damn, Bron walked off the court before.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
I didn't necessarily
disrespectful.
Think it's not disrespectful.
Yes,
People do it all the damn time.
I don't want to see that.
But he was in the game.
Yeah, you was in the game. Yeah, because you lost. Because you lost your 8 tomato sauce.
Again, Anthony Davis had 15 points.
Yeah,
That ain't the way.
Not a good game.
But even more so defensively.
But it's not his fault though. The Heat switched up a lot of things that they were doing.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's defense. It ain't got nothing to do with offense. Like another day to Heat had a great game. They still scored 114.
Yeah.
And like a couple of those points was like in the last couple of minutes when it don't matter no more. Really, they scored less than 110. In today's NBA, 110 points ain't that many points.
Yeah.
They held the Lakers to what, under 100, 96. Yeah. It's deep. Whoever decides to make the commitment to defense on any given night will win the game. Because ain't none of these teams great offensive teams. None of them. Ain't no great offensive players out here.
I disagree with that.
Who the great offensive player?
How can Jimmy Butler
score?
He's
good.
How can Jimmy Butler score 40 then? Actually, let's hear Jimmy Butler. Where's turn the TV up for me, bro?
We gonna get a claim with that.
We didn't get a claim last time?
Yes, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know. My bad. I didn't see that. Okay, well, never mind.
Well,
go. Anyway, watch the highlights. My bad.
But anyway, I
didn't see that.
I don't think. I think Jimmy's good. I don't think he's some all-world offensive player. He ain't. You gotta stop.
Well, why you keep disrespecting Jimmy Butler though?
He's good.
He's not though. But okay.
He ain't Steph.
Okay, but according to what you're saying,
he ain't Kevin Durant.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. If what you're saying is what you're saying, then why is it? How can he do this?
Because again,
with
the
no
Lakers
Goran Dragic and with no Bam Adebayo. This is the NBA Finals, bro.
The Lakers did not come out tonight and defend the way they've been defending the first couple of games. Not yesterday. He came out and made adjustments, 1,000%. But from what I saw today, the Lakers did not come out with the intensity and attention to detail defensively that they needed to have. It looked like many times the Heat was just like, we want today's game more. Now, granted,
they should.
Now, granted, also this is game 3.
Yeah.
So in regular times, this would be on Miami's floor. Yeah. So in reality, like you said, the Lakers, they protect their home court like they should. The Heat trying to protect home court as well. So in reality, they should win this game. In theory, this is what they should be doing because this would be a Heat home game in regular times. But again, I just don't think the Lakers made the commitment to defense that they made in the past, that they've been making for the most part throughout the playoffs tonight. I saw too many late rotations. I saw one play in the fourth, the ball went up, AD ball watching, don't even realize he getting boxed out by Jay Crowder. Luckily for him, he's taller than Crowder, and the ball bounced funny and bounced over Crowder's head. But it's like, bro, why you stick watching at the ball? Pay attention.
True.
Like it's not. It's.
I mean, I can give you that, but at the end of the day, Anthony Davis, this is his fault. And,
no, I'm not gonna say it. No,
whoa. Stop.
I'm not gonna put all. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that.
Stop.
I'm not doing all that.
This game was Anthony Davis' fault.
I'm not doing all that.
It is, and if he
lost
Finals MVP, he did it today.
You're
right. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a COVID dap. We don't even have the dap right there. COVID dap. We don't even real dap.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not gonna put this all on
seriously,
him.
because you said it. You said it when we were at the bar watching the game. You said, and actually, I think you also you was kind of. Well, I think before. I think in the first half, you was like, oh, 80 ain't really scored them. I think you said he ain't scored no points.
He had 0 points and 4 turnovers.
Yeah, exactly.
And like a rebound.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, and he was like, yeah, he might have lost the Finals MVP. And then you kind of just said that in passing. And then we got back here, and then you saw LeBron says he was like, 80 might have just lost Finals MVP if the Lakers win this game. The Lakers didn't win this game. So I don't think that this is you got to stop doing it. You can hear that.
My bad.
You can definitely hear that. So what do you think? Do you think that this was a game that will be used against Anthony Davis if he doesn't win the Finals MVP? T, go ahead.
I would say so. He had 15 points. It's like, as Anthony Davis, like that's not acceptable. But I was gonna ask y'all, what do y'all put the blame on the coaching staff for this loss?
No, why? Why would you put the blame on the coaching staff? The Lakers did what they were supposed to do in the first 2 games, which is protect home court.
For this game.
Yeah, so
close it out to
but if you were the Heat, did you think they were gonna come out and lay down? Like it was gonna take an extraordinary effort for you to beat this team, regardless, because of the fact that they had only lost 2 games or 3 games throughout the entire playoffs. It was gonna be hard for you to beat them 3 times in a row. But even with the fact that 2 of their 3 stars is out, you still have a team full of scrappy guys. And Eric Spoelstra is a guy that coached LeBron for 4 years. You think he don't know LeBron's weakness? That's why he's been running this zone the entire time, because he knows that the zone is the LeBron killer. The LaZone, and actually we should name this the LaZone.
It's not even.
The LaZone was what took him out in 2011. What was it? 2010 or 2011? In 2011. That's
when he couldn't shoot though. That's
yes. But the difference is, the Lakers have been attacking the middle of the zone. The problem is he finally decided to just stop going zone. He literally went zone the full fourth quarter, and it burned them every single time. Rondo was in the middle of the floor making plays. Kuzma was making shots on the wing, and Rondo was making shots on the wing. You're not gonna win that way if you run the zone. They switched it up. Even you was like, nah, they ain't man to man right now. So I didn't say that at all in the fourth quarter of the last game. Did you?
No, I don't think I did.
Exactly.
But
so,
how close was the fourth quarter last? Was it even close?
It was close enough to where yes, it was. Remember, it was within 10 points because remember the Heat. I think the Lakers had like a 109, and the Heat had 99 So it was still a close game. And remember, both teams didn't score for 5 straight minutes. So it was a close game, but that's not the point. The point is you have to switch it up, give them different looks. The reason why AD struggled was because they gave them a different look. Literally. You've been running a 2-3 zone up against the Lakers the whole season. They ran a different zone. They also went man-to-man this game. And also, they were an animal that was defeated and that was wounded, and they came back and they did what they were supposed to do.
I mean, I don't think that
I'll let y'all talk.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that they thought they was even wounded. I mean, again. Look, game 1 was what it was. Game 2 was actually pretty encouraging. When you just even mentioned that stretch, they also held them scores for 5 minutes, too. We think, shit, if we just make some shots, we probably win that game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Miami lacks confidence at all. Like the games are what it is. Like, if they lose the games, they didn't make enough plays, and they gotta look at film, and they always come back and they make better in game adjustments than the Lakers. That's why I think about coaching, because I think that with the personnel that the Lakers have, they should have been able to sweep this team. And the reality that 2 of their starters are out, they should have handled business. They shouldn't have left the door open at all. Right now for a team that's this confident.
I just want to say this: if the Lakers lose, I never want to hear from any of you Lakers fans ever.
It can happen. I just think that it would take
y'all had me in a LeBron
I just think that it would take a colossal collapse. Not great.
How was it a colossal collapse? Because I told you before, didn't I say that the Lakers did what they were supposed to do? By those metrics, why is it a colossal collapse?
You should not lose a series.
Why is it a colossal collapse if you get Bam Adebayo back in the next game? You shouldn't lose it
because again, you still had a better players. Two of the three best players on the court is you, and also y'all the ones with all the experience. Yeah. You got about 4 Hall of Famers on our roster. You got people who've been there multiple times on the roster. Yeah. It would be a colossal collapse.
Yeah.
The Heat, again, they are a good, scrappy basketball team.
But it should be no excuse.
Come on, G.
I disagree with that notion, though. I personally disagree.
5 seed in the finals.
Yes, but we have to think about who they had to go through. They went through a very stiff competition. So
did the Lakers.
And they did not.
Yes, they did.
Who did the Lakers face that was so stiff in competition?
Listen, for one.
Who did the Lakers? No. Who did the Lakers face that was so stiff in competition?
Listen, the Blazers. Hold on, wait. The Blazers. Listen, the Blazers are one of the more impressive AFCs in recent memory with the personnel that they had on the roster. Stop. Stop. No, it's not. Most AFCs. Can you listen? Most AFCs do not have Dame Lillard, who was with All NBA second team. Most AFCs don't have CJ. Most AFCs maybe have a player as good as CJ McCollum. Maybe I'm playing good. Most AFCs do not have a Dame Lillard. The Rockets have 2 former MVPs. Now, granted, obviously, you can say Russ wasn't as healthy as he needed to be, but Russ was on the court. They have 2 former MVPs. The Nuggets were actually the 2nd seed in the West all damn season until the bubble came and they lost the seeding. So they had a formidable.
Does it matter what you did or where you finished?
What? They did decently, all of them. All
right, bro.
Ain't like the Lakers played scrubs the whole time.
I don't believe. Again, I don't believe in you.
Every series, so what the fuck?
I did.
So what the fuck?
Because I always pick against LeBron. When have you ever seen me pick LeBron to win?
Stop.
When have you ever seen me pick? No. That's a real question. When have you ever seen me pick LeBron to win?
Times.
Win.
Many times.
Name them. Name them. No. Because now you engage in hyperbole. Now you name them.
Every single year besides 2018. 2018 was the only year that I remember you literally picking literally pick a LeBron-led team to lose every series, and you had actual basketball reason for that. Your actual basketball.
I picked them to beat the Raptors.
Exactly. but you been to lose every other series, and you had actual basketball reasons for it. Your actual basketball reason.
I have
was
actual
that,
basketball reasons for why I think they can lose
so
all these series.
How can you sit up here and say, oh, that he had a more formidable role, but you literally picked the Lakers to lose every series? That's an oxymoron that don't make sense.
No, it's not because they've been the favorites all year, so I think the favorites are gonna
Shut
lose.
the fuck up.
Have they not been the favorites?
No. They
All right,
haven't.
bro. All right,
Have
bro.
Lakers been the favorites all year,
All right,
don't
bro.
mind? The
All
favorites.
right, bro. Check our
Clippers
Twitter
been the
mentions.
Exactly. The Clippers
Check
been
our
the
Twitter
favorites.
mentions.
The Clippers been the favorites.
Nah.
Our Twitter
Check our
can
Twitter
say that
mentions.
because we have Daniel who has a Lakers page, who half of the people who follow him come to follow us and get mad at your ass. That's the only reason why. The Clippers and probably the Bucks have been the favorites all season
Giannis
to be in the
choked, by the
finals.
way.
He didn't choke. They just
He
got
did.
beat.
He choked.
They got beat.
It's my son, but he choked.
Nah, it's also like we gotta stop saying like literally. I didn't look and see any fear in Giannis' eyes. I saw defaults in Giannis' game. I wasn't watching the series and saying, damn, Giannis is like he don't want no parts of basketball right now. I saw defaults in Giannis' game when certain things he can't do because he ain't able to do yet, and also
Not defaults, but faults. But I feel
faults
you.
in his game.
Also, these niggas was hooping.
That too. They was hooping. At some point, we had to account for that. They was fucking hooping. What the hell? So again, look. I will say that like still, I don't know if I said last podcast, but I didn't expect them to get swept. I thought that they would win game 3 out of pride. I think now the Lakers should be very worried. Because what you don't want to, I think, because what you don't, again, granted, this ain't like regular times when you traveling, it's nothing. Every game is a home game for everybody, basically. Now they switch up and put the logo up. Every home game for everybody, basically.
It's I mean, this is one of those times where like it levels the playing field, so it's just like hoop. It ain't no extra.
So
like,
you come out, win game 4, we in a 2-2 series. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And all the pressure is on LA. They supposed to be here. And some
Might be
people
gonna come out loose and scrappy every game, no
loose
matter
and
what.
scrappy every game. Every game they gonna come out loose and scrappy, and they're gonna be well prepared. They playing with house money. And also, we really still ain't seen the Lakers face no real adversity in this playoffs.
Yeah, because they haven't played good
No.
competition.
They've
Because
just
they
been
have not
dominating
played
their-
good competition.
No,
How do
they've
you
just
say
been
they don't face
dominating
no
their
adversity?
competition.
Did the Clippers face adversity?
Who?
The Clippers.
Yeah, but that's
Did
yeah,
the Bucks
but
face
no.
adversity?
They went to
Yes.
a couple games.
Did the Pacers face adversity?
Who?
The Pacers.
They got their ass whooped.
Did they face adversity?
No, they got their ass whooped.
How did they not face adversity when
'Cause they didn't
DeMontis
win no
Sabonis?
games.
But their best player was out.
They didn't win no
That-
games.
Was that
they got smoked.
But they were the number.
They got turned to dust.
They were the 4th seed.
They got turned to a
I don't
pillar of
care.
salt. It
I don't
wasn't no
care.
adversity. They got
It was
smoked.
adversity. How
They
did you?
got
How
smoked.
was your best player not there, but you don't face adversity?
smoked.
How was your best player not there, but you don't face adversity?
They didn't face
Explain
it where-
that to me.
They didn't face it where they got.
All right, bro.
smoked
All right,
every
bro.
time.
You're lying.
Listen to what
You're
I'm saying.
sitting here in front of the world and you're
No,
lying.
Listen, they didn't. We don't think they faced.
How was your best player? How was your best player hurt and you don't face
They
adversity?
got smoked. The whole
Because
time.
their best player was hurt.
They got
If
smoked.
all right, bro.
The whole
All right,
time.
G. How do you not face adversity when your best player's hurt?
I think adversity is when you.
Actually, let's ask Siri. Siri, what is the definition of adversity?
Adversity means difficulties, misfortune.
You telling me the Pacers didn't face no difficulties and misfortune with their best player being out?
Not really. Here's why. Because they knew he wasn't playing.
All right, this is a new
They
set.
didn't
I'm
know.
walking out.
They knew
I'm
he wasn't
walking out.
playing.
I am
They
walking
knew he
out.
wasn't playing.
Get the
They
fuck
knew he
out of
wasn't
here.
playing.
Get the
They knew
fuck
he
out
wasn't playing. They did not get into a series. They did not get into a series. It was a 1-1 situation, a 2-2 situation, and you have a deciding game to go up. They never got into a situation like that. They got their ass whooped from start to finish. It's called you got your ass whooped.
Yeah. Adversity is like if you have a chance. They never had a chance. It wasn't really difficult for them because they never had a chance.
Yes, they got their ass whooped 4 straight times.
All right, G.
When I say the Lakers didn't face adversity, I mean because of the fact they pretty much been for the most part.
All right.
For
So
the
basically,
most part,
you continuing to add to my point that the
No,
Lakers
I'm
haven't
not.
faced any
No,
tough
I'm
competition.
not. It hasn't been.
They
easy.
have not faced any type
they've
of
just been
competition,
dominating-
including this Heat team. Because if
No,
the Lakers
they've
would have
been
won against the
dominant-
Bucks, it
No.
wouldn't have went this way.
No,
but
they've
the
been
problem was the
no.
Heat have been a matchup nightmare for most of the teams in the NBA
No,
playoffs.
they've been dominating
because of their personnel.
No, they for the most part been dominating their competition because usually in every series they have 2 of the 3 best players on the court. So they've been for the most part dominating their competition.
Oh, so
That doesn't
how
mean
you
that-
have 2 or 3 best players on the court? So Middleton ain't better than Bam or Jimmy?
Who?
You heard me. Middleton ain't better than Bam or Jimmy?
Debatable.
I just asked you a question.
Debatable.
You said no. According to what you just said,
Debatable.
Did you hear what you just said? Say what you just said again.
It's debatable.
You gonna say what you said again?
It's debatable.
Okay.
What point are you trying to prove?
What?
That he had a tougher road?
No, it's not that the Heat had a tougher road. Is that is Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler both better than Chris Middleton?
It's debatable. It's really debatable. I don't think I don't share in this whole.
So you don't. So
I
you
don't share in this propaganda that Middleton is bad. I think Middleton's a very good player.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I said
So
this
then
forever.
this team is not as bad as you claim that you think it is.
Who?
You.
Who do I think is bad?
You. What do you mean?
Who have
It's
I
not
said
that
is
you think
bad?
they bad, but you telling me that they ain't go. They ain't supposed to get them no go. What do you?
I didn't say that. I said they should
You
have been
acting
the
like
series.
it. You acting like it. How?
I
How?
literally said-
Look at who they beaten. How are they not supposed to be in the
I
series?
literally said-
Look at who
I
they have
literally
beaten.
said-
How are
listen-
they not supposed to be in the series based
I didn't
upon
say
who they
beat, I
beaten?
said win. It's two different words. I literally
They
said,
still supposed to win.
listen,
Look at who they
I literally-
beaten.
Listen.
Look
I
at who they have beaten. How are they not supposed to win?
I literally said Lakers in 6. Then when everybody gets hurt, like Dragic, who was their leading scorer, and Bam, who's been hurt for 2 games, he ain't been playing 2 games, they should whoop their ass.
So then why are you worried? Because that's
you
really
mean?
where all it stemmed from. Where he was like, yo, I mean, this is kind of
Because
concerning.
again,
So that's where all this
because
conversation
listen,
stemmed from.
because
So
listen,
then why are you worried?
Because listen, this is
why are you
bubble-
worried?
because listen, this
if
is
they
bubble-
don't, they're not supposed to
because
win. Why are you
listen,
worried?
This is
I'm
because,
confused.
Listen, this is bubble ball. When you
Alright.
when you win a game in bubble ball,
Because they are a formidable
nobody-
opponent.
No,
That's
because
why.
listen,
Because they're a
nobody-
formidable opponent. It's okay to
I
admit
didn't
that the
say
Miami
they
Heat
weren't. I
are a
just said-
formidable
I didn't say
opponent,
that
and
they
that everybody that they've
When
beaten.
did I say they
Yeah,
weren't?
but you're acting like the Lakers are supposed to just sneeze at them because they've
When
had
did
an
I say
easy
that?
road in the West.
When did I say
Yeah,
that?
but no, but this is the thing. You
When
say
did I
the
say
Lakers have
that?
had a hard road in the West. No, they have not.
Yes, they
no,
have.
they have not.
They
No,
haven't
they
played-
have
They
not.
haven't played trash.
No,
the whole
they
time.
have not.
Gee,
They have not had a good-
They played
they've
the
not had a
Nuggets.
hard road
They
in the
played the
West.
Nuggets, who beat the favorites in most people's minds. If we would have done this podcast a month ago, Lakers Clippers, who won in that series?
The Lakers Clippers.
Who win in that series?
I was-
And do not revise your fucking opinion right now.
No, I've picked against the Lakers all year. So what? I'm supposed to pick the Lakers to win
What-
in the
what
one
was your-
series
what was your
against the
actual
team
stop?
that I've been saying
Shut
all year
your
long I'm
ass
supposed to
up.
win.
What would have been your actual basketball reason for it? Tell it now.
My actual basketball reasoning would have been that I believe that Kawhi Leonard would have been able to affect Anthony Davis and LeBron James enough defensively, and the Clippers players would have wanted to win.
It's more than just Kawhi. Keep going.
No.
Keep going.
No, it's not that.
Keep
The Clippers
going.
players would have wanted to win more because of the fact that the whole time they've been an underdog, and this season, that's really what they got up for. And the fact that they were favorites was really the thing that really screwed them up. The
No,
problem,
what screwed them
yes,
up?
it was.
No, it
The
wasn't.
problem was every year for the past 3-4 years, they've been the underdog,
What screwed
and they
them up was that
finally
team
became
wasn't
the
constructed right.
favorites. And what happens when you get a bunch of guys that have been underdogs their whole life and they the favorite, they get scared and the pressure gets to them.
They ain't
and
get
the
scared.
and they- shit.
They wasn't scared.
Shit.
They wasn't scared.
Shit. Kawhi been
they
the
got
favorite
scared. They
damn
got
near
a
his
little
whole
too comfortable.
career. Kawhi been the favorite damn near his whole career, with the exception of maybe you could say
disagree
Toronto.
with that.
But honestly,
disagree
Toronto
with that.
versus the Bucks last year
disagree
was
with
really
that.
a pick 'em. That's
I
a
disagree with
lie.
that.
If you want to
I
San
don't think that he
Antonio
was the favorite.
Spurs,
No,
okay,
he wasn't the favorite. No, he wasn't the
okay,
favorite.
okay,
No, he wasn't.
okay, fine. Versus the Warriors that one year, I'll give you that.
No, versus the Heat, they weren't the favorites. In what the fuck year were they the
And
favorites to
versus
beat
the
the Heat?
Heat in what-
Outside
in
no.
what year? Who? Kawhi?
2014, maybe. That's it. And even 2014,
They
I
only
expect to
played
go
them
like
twice.
that.
They only played them twice. You acting like they played the Heat,
And they were
89
never the
times.
favorites. Inside of maybe 2014.
Okay, then
And
that's
we went
how you
quick.
play somebody twice and you say maybe. That's one of 2 times, bro. That would like come on, G. You acting
What?
like it's you.
You said even a favorite in his whole career. The man been in the league 10 years, G. He was favored maybe once. Maybe
Is he
once.
not? Has he not been playing for a franchise that didn't miss the playoffs for like this entire century almost?
But they're the favorites to win a fucking championship. 2 different concepts.
That's a lie. The Spurs, the Spurs ain't been favorites every year, but most of the series that they've been in since they've been in the playoffs, they've been the favorites for them. How? Except for when they played the Warriors, literally. Other than when they played the Warriors, did they play the Warriors last year in the playoffs? Did they play the Warriors last year in the playoffs?
Who they played last year in the playoffs?
The Warriors, the Warriors, and they.
No, they didn't play the Warriors last
Gee,
year.
they
in
didn't play the Warriors in the playoffs last year? You're lying to me. They played the Warriors in the playoffs last year, and they lost. And then they played the Warriors a few years ago, and they lost when Zaza stepped under the man's
They
leg.
played the Nuggets last year and lost.
And they played, no, they didn't. The
Yes, they
Spurs?
did. They played they played the Nuggets last year in the playoffs.
This is easy
Where's
to
my
figure
phone?
out.
When did they play the Spurs?
Last year in the playoffs, they lost.
Huh?
They played the They played the Warriors 2 years ago.
What seed was the Spurs last year?
I think it was
7.
Spurs Nuggets. I think I
7.
remember that.
Let me look. Let me Google
Kawhi
it. Let
wasn't
me
on the
Google
team.
it. Oh yeah, he wasn't on the team
What
last
you
year.
talking about?
So the year before,
They weren't the fucking favorites.
huh?
They weren't the favorites.
Because they was playing the Warriors. That's my point.
They weren't the favorites none of them
Because
years.
they was playing the
T,
Warriors.
The Spurs literally
They're playing the Warriors.
Listen to
Everybody
me.
else, you
Listen
picking
to me.
the
Listen to
Spurs.
me. Listen to me.
You're lying
Listen
to me.
The Spurs ain't been
Especially with Kawhi on
Listen to
there.
me.
Once
The
Kawhi got
Spurs-
hurt, then
listen
you
to me.
stop picking
Shut
them.
up. The Spurs.
You're lying.
The Spurs literally ain't been a favorite since they lost to Memphis that year in like 2011.
The Spurs ain't been a favorite since 2011.
No,
They,
favorites.
all right, G.
Favorites.
All right, bro.
When were they
All
the
right,
favorites?
Bro. All right, G.
Fucking win.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Favorites.
Okay, bro.
Listen to what you.
It's been Miami.
So they got a whole ass
Golden
championship,
State.
but they ain't been a favorite in
No.
one series.
Because you win a ring don't make you the favorites.
Alright, G.
That don't make you the
All
favorites.
right, G. Okay, G. All right, bro.
The fuck language are you speaking?
You can live with that. That's your opinion. I don't agree with that.
Notoriously good team.
I
They
do
like
not
the
agree with
Patriots,
that.
Like where they're gonna be around.
Yeah, so you pick them. When do you pick against the Patriots?
A lot.
Not really. You're lying. You're lying. You only pick against the Patriots when they're playing the best team in the league usually.
That don't make you the favorite. Exactly. They haven't been the favorites. The Spurs haven't been the favorites. Not even to come out the West.
They ain't been the favorite in none of their series.
When? Recently, no.
All right, bro. All right, G.
I mean, obviously,
All
maybe
right,
some
G.
of the early
All right,
rounds.
G.
and
That's
the
your
finals-
opinion. I can't. If that's your opinion,
Maybe
that's your
it-
opinion. I don't.
look.
Agree. I do not agree with that.
Maybe
I
in
do
some
not
of-
agree with
listen,
that.
Maybe,
I do not agree with that.
Maybe,
Period.
Listen, maybe in some of the earlier rounds, sure. But were
Okay,
they
then. So don't tell me no,
But
I didn't say
listen to me,
overall
bro.
favorite.
Were
I
they
said
the
they were
overall-
favorites in series to win them.
That's not no.
What do you
literally-
mean?
No, you literally said
All right,
Kawhi
G.
have been a favorite his whole life.
He has
disagree
been.
with
Most
that.
of the.
If you have not
What
been
do
a
you
favorite,
mean? If most of the
if you
series
have
that
not
you
been a-
enter into, they expect you to win, then how are you not been the favorite most of your NBA career?
he hasn't.
That's not true. If you playing on one of the best teams in the past
They would
25
never
years of the
expect-
league,
they would
they
never
usually expect you to win. That don't mean they expect you to win a championship every year. But you can't tell me that going into most series, unless they playing the literal Warriors, that you're not like, nah, the Spurs probably gonna win this series. I'm taking the Spurs. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. I don't agree with that. You're lying to me. Unless that team got Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, or got Steph Curry, Klay
A lot of
Thompson
them
on
teams
it,
had Kevin
you
Durant and Russell
lying to
Westbrook
me.
on it.
You're lying to me, G.
A lot of teams had Kevin Durant and
Yeah, and guess what happened? The Spurs was bouncing their ass out the
Not
playoffs
exactly.
too.
They beat them
Shit.
twice.
All right,
They
and guess
beat
what? They
them
won a ring one of them years when they beat them.
No, because Russ was hurt.
All right,
He was.
all right.
Was
Okay.
he not? He was.
How come it only matter when people hurt when you
I just
when
said
it's
Russ
your
was
pick?
hurt.
How come? This
I
is
just
my
said Russ
question.
was hurt. Was he not
How come
hurt?
it only matters when people hurt when it's your pick?
What you mean? Russ literally didn't play the whole series because his fucking knee was
Okay,
torn.
so what? Is Kevin Durant not a former MVP?
All right. And he won MVP then, yeah, by the way. I don't think so. Nah, wait, he went in 2014. He might have been MVP then.
All right, stop lying to me.
2014
See,
was
now
MVP.
now you sitting up here telling fables. You're telling fables.
What? I
G.
was what?
All right, bro.
What?
All right, G.
So what are
Alright.
y'all thoughts on Game 4?
They better win that shit. If they don't win it, well, we gonna be we gonna.
I
be
picked
here for a
Lakers in
second.
5. I thought that the Heat would win Game 4 because I thought the Lakers would come out and dominate in Game 3. They did come out and dominate in Game 3. Still Lakers in 5. And don't get me wrong, I am partially trying to reverse jinx the Lakers. But so what? I don't care. Lakers in 5. Laker Nation. I'm here with y'all. Go ahead,
Lakers
T.
in
We've been
6.
talking all episode. Here, you talk.
No, I say Lakers in 6. Really, just because of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I don't know. I said this a few times that I don't really have a lot of respect for the Lakers team outside of LeBron and AD. Yeah. I think everybody else is regular as hell. But AD and LeBron are that good. 2 of the top 5 players. You can figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, so do you think that this has opened a door? I know Pavy likes to talk about a door. Do you think a door has been opened?
I think if Bam comes back for Game 4, then they have a chance to tie it up. And if they tie it up, then the Lakers better not lose again. Because if if they lose again, then that means that is either a Game 7.
Yeah. Or win or go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't think that the Heat should be winning this series based upon their injury history. not based upon who they played this year, because they've clearly shown that they have a proficiency to beat teams that are built for last year's basketball. And last year's basketball says that you have a team that can play large and you can play small. The Heat can't play large. They can only play small, but they have a team that's small that can literally spread you out across the floor.
They damn near what Houston thinks they are.
Yeah.
Like, with their personnel.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though. Like the bubble dynamic definitely like adds some interest to it. You know, like if it was real life, like, you know, like they're not coming into Staples and getting no games. You know.
See, and I actually kind of disagree with that.
You think
And
they're
not to
team
be a
that fuels
contrarian,
off that?
I just think that they could be a team that could come into Staples and actually sneak out a game because of how they've played all year long. Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
I think they can come in and actually scoot your bro. You've been so mad. Little man chairs like it's supposed to be an L, bro. I don't know what that is. Yeah, scoot. Yeah, pull that couch all the way in, bro. All the way in. It's supposed to be a tight L. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. This man's mad, screaming. Go ahead. We listening?
This man Dan up here talking about the referees.
Oh
Fuck
my
outta here,
God,
Dan.
the refs. Oh, Lakers fans. Now we hearing ref complaints.
What was y'all talking about?
We just talking about
Could they win a game in regular time?
Oh yeah. He was just saying that basically that the Lakers, you know, the next game for him, he believes is a must win for the Lakers because he doesn't want them to have to potentially lose another game, and then you could potentially go down to, you know, in game 6, it's when to go home, or game 7.
You still never seen AD and LeBron get off at the same time because they can't.
I disagree. What was last game?
If you
So who had a good game last game?
If you peep, they take turns. It'll be like Bron will take this half, AD will take this half. There's never a time on the court when both of them are going crazy at the same time, ever. Because for one, they usually occupy the same areas of the court, kind of, sort of, unless AD on from 3. And that's not necessarily the best version of AD. Can he hit those shots? Sure. But if AD's going to go out there and shoot 5 or 10 from 3 and I lose the game, I'll take that. He want to make 5 threes, I can accept that.
Yeah.
If he want to go out there and score 40 in the paint, I can't accept that.
Yeah.
So yes, if they come out here and win game 4, again, you talking about like a team who what I say, defense.
I ain't gonna lie, I like this new set.
Oh.
It looked good on camera. Cool. We just got to get some dope artwork. I'm sorry, I know I just interrupted your point, but I'm looking at it on camera. I'm like, yo, this
which
is
is why I've said
Shout out to my
defense.
lady.
Which is
Shout
why
out
I
to-
said that defense is key. Like the team who comes in and makes the highest commitment to defense is the team that will take the series. And throughout the playoffs, I actually felt that like the Lakers have been damn near the best defensive team in the playoffs, which is why I said what I said about the Lakers winning the series. I also thought that they've had 2 of the best defensive players, and AD would be the best defensive player. Today, that wasn't the case. AD didn't look as engaged as he's looked the previous game tonight defensively. Now, maybe that might have been because, you know, he came out the game.
Back your mic up a little bit. Just a
Now-
little bit.
now also-
yeah. Back
now-
it up a little bit more. I'm turn you up so that way, because your P's
Now
are hitting
also,
hard. Yeah.
Now also, AD wasn't foul
A little
trouble.
bit more. A little bit more. I'm going to turn you up, but yeah, they can hear you.
Now also, AD wasn't foul trouble, so a lot of it could be, you know, you get in foul trouble, you don't want to be as aggressive as you possibly can because you in foul trouble. But also, a lot of you being in foul trouble, you got to figure that out, bro.
Yeah, because if Bam was out there, it would be even more difficult.
Yeah, like you got to figure that out, bro. Like you supposed to be people, the guy. People.
Has
You
Kelly
supposed to be
Olynyk
best-
been the X factor in this series?
Yes, but I think Kelly and Myers have.
I was completely trolling.
I think Kelly and Myers have, but I told you they needed to go bigger. I thought game 1 they went too small, but they just stuck to their guns of like what they've been doing. But you can't go small if you got Dwight, and you got to go a little bit bigger. So I think that even when Bam does come back, Bam is a guy who can rotate from the 4 to the 5. He don't have to play the 5. You bring Bam in there, Kelly Olynyk still hitting threes. Because the thing about Kelly is like you have to at least pay attention to Kelly.
Yeah.
Like last game, Kelly was shooting some ignorant shots.
I think he hit 2 big threes in the
He
fourth quarter.
did, but he's a guy you can't lose track of him on the court. And on the other end, at least he'll get. I mean, he pulled a man Kevin Love arm out the socket, so you know he's gritty. You know he's nasty. You know he'll, you know, at least make his presence felt defensively.
Yeah.
You know, he's not gonna go out there and be Alonzo Mourning, but he'll make his presence felt. So yeah, I think him and Myers have made an impact. You know, I just think that just AD and Dwight and those guys seeing somebody on the court who is also their size has made an impact.
And both those guys can shoot threes. So
That too. So it's like now we can't just like lose track of you. We actually got to go out there and, you know, go get you.
And low key, I would have to look at it, but I feel like that might have been something helpful because they weren't clogging up the paint. So like Jimmy could get those drives to the lane because the taller players are on the perimeter.
Yep.
And also like Jimmy can
want a beer,
dish out
T?
to those.
Yeah, I got a beer right here if you want it.
And
let me open it.
and Jimmy can dish out like the fact that Jimmy can drive to the lane and dish out to Meyers or Kelly for a three. That's like. Of course, that's going to be a defensive thing that they haven't seen before because, like, their guy is out there and, like, you got the guard coming in, like, you know, in the lane. So, like, that rotation is going to be a little difficult, like, because it's causing matchup problems because Bam don't be shooting threes like that.
Yeah.
So
That and you had good also because you did see it a couple times. Even it was like one play down the stretch in which I think they got a switch on Rondo, and there was nobody baseline. It was like on the right side of the court downstairs. Nobody baseline. Well, if he wanted to spin baseline, he could have just spent baseline, but he ended up taking a step back, made the shot in his like little area. But it's like you get him and you put everybody else on the court and you just iso him one-on-one with somebody that is what's gonna happen. But also, I mean, TPJ been saying this for years. I don't know why teams switch so much. Like I get the concept. Also, the NBA does make it harder for you to fight over screens without calling fouls now. But I still don't know why teams switch so much. They just give up matchups at times.
yeah, they don't. I feel like they don't even like practice getting around the screens. Like they just like that's the
Switch.
default. It's like switch it. And I see if you got a team where like you got like some equally like size like defensive capable players where like it's certain teams that can switch everything because it's gonna be the same thing. Like Denver might be one of those teams that could switch like a lot of stuff because you know from Gary Harris and what's his name Grant like they have those type of players that can guard multiple positions, but like
In theory, the Clippers.
in theory, yeah. But like you don't want Dwight switching on the screen. You know,
like you don't want Dwight, you don't want Rondo trying to guard a like. I don't know why teams switch everything sometimes, bro. Just fight over the screen.
like get back.
Yeah. So now the Lakers definitely got some things to watch film with, but I mean that's probably why Bron been staying up to 4 a.m. every night. I mean he even been saying like, yeah, I didn't like the way we play here. I didn't like the way we play here. So
I mean, because he see those holes, because he knows that Spo's gonna see the same thing, and Spo's gonna
and Riley,
yeah,
and Riley, not just Spo. You also got Pat Riley, who's a basketball lifer who done seen, my God, countless everything you
in
could
both
possibly see.
conferences, like-
In both conferences and many eras you could possibly see. So yeah, hey, I definitely think we in for an interesting series, and everybody that thought that we was gonna get something boring. I think they have switched their tone up.
So what do you think will happen in Game 4?
I think the Lakers win Game 4
Really, why?
because they have to win Game 4.
Even if Bam Adebayo? Why do they have to win Game 4? That means it's an even series.
Yes, but the thing about it is, with a team like the Heat, they could just fool around and win a close Game 5 by mistake. They could really just fool around and win a close Game 5 by mistake. Like, let's say
So
you think
Game 4 is the most important game of the series?
Yes, because I think
Definitely.
for both teams. I
Okay.
think if the Heat win the game, you think, hey,
they got the momentum at
yeah,
that
you
point.
think, hey, gee, we win this game. Shit, what is a 3-game series left? The best 2 out of the best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Like we just gotta win one of the next.
One of the next 2 games, and
AT,
it's all
hold the
love.
mic under.
Then if I'm the Lakers, I want to win, go up 3-1, because I think if the Lakers go up 3-1, I think they can close it out in 5. But so I think the Lakers will clean up some things. I don't expect AD to have the same type of performance. I don't think LeBron will have the same.
Yeah. Somebody commented KCP was getting abused. But before we talk about that.
Yeah, but he been getting abused.
No, wait. Before we talk about that, make sure if you're watching us right now, please do us a favor. Go drop a like right now. Uh-oh. Glasses. We live on the internet, so they can hear you right now. We live on the internet, so if you going to talk, they can hear you. Talk to us.
Debrief me, man. I was just saying.
You said debrief you?
Debrief me. Tell me, man. Debrief. I need to debrief.
I mean, basically, AD didn't show up. Hey, Pavy, you got to stop doing that, bro. You can hear it. Basically, AD didn't show up in the first half. He got a lot of momentum. Jimmy Butler had the Jimmy Butler game, 40, 12, and 10 rebounds. Overall, amazing game, and they just put together enough momentum to just hold them off for an afternoon, which you should be scared about because Bam been out for 2 games. And if it was just a neck strain, You know what kind of technology they got. That man might be feeling decent next game. You know, Pavy said Game 4 is a must win. What you think?
I agree. Think about it, like, and I think it's a part of it you miss, and I noticed tradition. The way they did LeBron, like, so with AD, he got in foul trouble early, right? Like, people saying AD didn't show up. They schemed for AD and LeBron completely different this game.
Yeah.
AD only shot 9 times.
Yeah.
That's important. Like, people say he didn't show up, but something is wrong when you only get 9 looks. That means you're not in position consistently.
Yeah, regardless of how many fouls you got. He should still be getting 20 attempts, even if the fouls. Like, when you get in the game, they should be force-feeding him the ball. Exactly.
So that's a lack of rhythm. And then to LeBron's problem, right, because everybody going to say he had a good game because they're going to look at the stats. They're not going to look at it. He almost had 10 turnovers. They're not looking at Jimmy pulling the chair on him. They not looking at all of the
Hey,
things
what you think about that? What you think about that? What you think about that? And actually, I love that from Jimmy Butler because
That's watching film.
Because LeBron does that to people so much. He put that body into him, get a little elbow in him, and then if they create a little contact and he can just go up strong, they gonna wind up grabbing him because like if I do this to you, right, you cool, but if I do this to LeBron, I gotta really do that to him, and then he's just gonna be like, oh, okay, you hit me a little bit. Let me just, if this was a dribble move, I'm gonna go straight up, and he's so strong, he gonna rip through that and just float it up to the rim. You pull the chair out on him before he get the chance to build that momentum, it really winds up taking him out of the game, and I think that really did mess him up. What did you think about that?
I just think as far as Bron they did a great job on Bron. Like, the stats don't always tell a story. You know, Bron did play pretty well, 16 shots. That's another problem. Like that, a big reflection of defense that doesn't really get credit is the field goal attempts. That means you're not getting the look enough to where you even want to try it. So you're not looking at LeBron only shooting 16 shots in that game. AD shooting 9 shots in that game. So you're not going to give credit to Miami in the sense that at this point now they're taking them out of position. Because remember, Kuzma and Morris, both of them had 15, 16, 17 points. So, like, everybody else is getting looks, but these particular players, they're scheming from them. They're running double teams at them when they're breaking the defense down. So they're saying, hey, Morris, you got to beat us. Kuzma, you got to beat us. KCP, you got to beat us. Danny, you got to beat us.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I got this phone up to the microphone. I swear to God, it sounds like you sitting here in my living room.
Technology, though. Technology. So, no, I was thinking, and my boy hit me right after the game, and he was like, gee, what you think? You know, the Lakers done lost every game. I said, the only problem with this team particularly, this is by far the best defensive team we play. So they can put up the same defensive effort. The issue for Miami is, obviously, Jimmy Butler ain't going to give you a 40-point triple-double.
Yeah, but what if he? Yeah, but this is the thing. But what if he give you a 30-point? Go ahead.
This is the point. Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson haven't had a good game, and it looked like at the end of that game.
Can I say a stat to support you? I believe Tyler Hero was 6 of 18 from the field goal range.
So he hasn't had a good game yet, and Duncan Robinson. But it looks like they're finding their way. You know, with the Lakers defense. Look at the end of this last game. They're finding things. Now, as a rookie, as a young player, you come back in the next game, if you thought the Lakers were, unbeatable, you just beat them. So now, as a rookie and as a young player in Duncan Robinson, you come back, Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero could give you 50 or 60 points in the next game together.
That would be scary. I'm not going to lie. Hey, if they get a Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo game next game,
it could happen.
That's not out of the question at all.
But I still got the Lakers in 5. I still got Lakers in 5.
Sure, but think about it.
I'm picking Lakers in 5 until they don't win in 5.
Listen, I thought the Lakers was going to win because everybody got hurt no matter what. But think about it. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero has had a good game or 2 games every playoff for every round this playoffs. They still haven't had one yet. So as a shooter, eventually you find your rhythm.
Yeah, Tyler Hero was 6 of 18. Duncan Robinson was 4 of 12.
He was a plus 27 though.
So they were.
Wait
a minute. So for the game, they were a combined 10 of 30 from the field goal range, and they were a plus 28. But I mean, if you're looking at what they've done before with those same amount of looks, they did way better before.
So at that point now, the Lakers' Vogel had a great scheme for them in the first 2-3 games.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you're a great shooter, you start figuring out seams within the defense. And both of them guys are great shooters. They still fresh, but they're great shooters. So what happens? What happens if you found seams in the last game? You come out with confidence in the next game. This game, even though they're struggling with, they give them 30 points.
Yeah. I mean, they gave him 30 points, but it took them 30 shots to get 30 points.
But
they were a plus 28, and Duncan Robinson was a plus 27 for the game. So really, Duncan Robinson was the plus.
He had some really good defense that people didn't.
Yeah, they just keep forcing him out of those. Usually, and I'm going to interrupt you for a second, but usually when they were playing the Celtics or other teams, those teams Duncan Robinson would be open on those wing plays or on those corner plays. He was open.
Shots.
But now the Lakers are forcing him to drive into the mid-range around the free throw line, kind of that sweet range where LeBron and Rondo were exploiting the zone. They've been forcing Duncan Robinson that way. But the problem with forcing Duncan Robinson that way is that literally when you force Duncan Robinson that way, he can't make those shots because those aren't his shots. Those are other people's shots that they're used to making.
Yeah, he missed a layup.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to, so once they actually figure out a way to just run some plays to get him open looks where he can get a consistent amount of open shots, I think they'll be fine.
And as a shooter, look, they're finding seams. Like, look at the end of the last game. They're finding seams. Shooters like Steph and Clay, they eventually find seams. They find seams to exploit in the defense where they can split through. Like, so the next game, you should look for Duncan and Tyler to come out and shoot pretty much lights out at this point.
They better hope not.
Also, the thing about Duncan is like you got to stick with Duncan, which is why he was a plus 27. Like you just can't leave Duncan.
Yeah, because
no
he's
matter
not
what
getting
he's
cooked
shooting.
on defense. He's not like Michael Porter Jr.
He's still a 6'10" guy that's athletic. He shouldn't be getting cooked in the first goddamn place. That
Six what?
6 fucking 10 or something, 6'11" or something.
No, Duncan Robinson ain't that big. Duncan Robinson
is huge.
he's 6'7". He's 6'7".
He taller than 6'7".
No, he's 6'7". He ain't tall.
Big old boy, man.
He's 6'7". You think about Meyers Leonard.
Yeah, no, Duncan is big. He shouldn't be good. Regardless, whatever he is, he's a big boy.
Yeah, I mean, still 6'7" though is not small.
I mean, it's today, but
6'7" is not small.
Nah, it's
Jordan
not.
was 6'6". He taller than Jordan.
Like a
He
shooter
shouldn't be
like
getting
that.
cooked on defense. He's a decent sized player. So the issue is Miami. The difference with Denver, the difference with Houston, the difference with Portland. They couldn't keep up the same defensive effort. They're not defensive teams. Houston is a great half court defensive team, but if you push them in transition, they just couldn't get back. It was too much energy exerted in offense. But Miami is a type of team that can give you the same defensive effort. Like that's a true adjustment what they did defensively, and they'll still make the same. Like people think the Lakers' offense is gonna pick up the next game. It's not. What has to change for the Lakers, just like in every other series, their defense needs to step up. But the issue is, if you get a real effort from Miami and their shooters finally find seams, because you pretty much been doing the same defensive schemes to them for 3 games, and now they're starting to find seams. If they shoot lights out, your defense fall apart. If you lose back-to-back games in this playoff to Miami, you feel me? That you'll get to see who we really are as a team. So we still have to see who we really are as a team.
What's y'all identity? Defense? I'm sorry, defense? Is it defense? What's your identity? Defense?
And I think we've won the defense, so we hold that. But if we don't win 2 games, like if we lose 2 games in a row, I think you'll start to see if whatever chinks in our armor we haven't seen in the playoffs, because nobody can win 2 games in a row to put them under pressure. If somebody puts them under pressure and we win 2 games, somebody like the Miami wins 2 games in a row, people start questioning. And at that point, you have to start wondering, is the coach in this, blah, blah, blah.
No, I'm not going to question Vogel. I'm not going to question Vogel because of the fact that they've done what they're supposed to do. No, I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, for Lakers fans, even if they lose the next game, don't question Vogel. Just keep going with what you've been doing. It's been working. That's why I've been upset. That's why I ain't been upset at the Lakers, because everything that they've been doing so far has been working. So I don't have any criticisms. When they lose a game in the playoffs, I can't really overreact. All I can literally talk about is the next game, because I've seen them be very, very good.
That's because what happens is you see us defensively, right, come back the next game and impose our will. So you haven't seen us even lose 2 games in a row in the playoffs. You haven't even seen us lose 2 games in the same series. So let alone 2 games in a row to start make you questioning your identity.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, that the Lakers haven't had that adversity as a team together.
Yeah.
So I think, I'm not sure, again, like I said, the Lakers, we got some talent. It shouldn't be close. But it is talent versus team.
Yeah.
Right? There's still 5 guys out there who are playing together and they know they all need each other versus these 2 players where, like, we still got great games from our team and we like, well, we didn't win because one guy we feel didn't show up.
Yeah.
But those are the same type of games that Miami win. The game we had, Miami will win that game. 5 or 6 guys in double figures. They'd win that game. So, again, it's talent versus team. I was talking to Pavy about this, about basketball prevailing. Even though the situation seems bleak at times, the only hope I have outside of being a Lakers fan is whatever happens, basketball prevailing.
I'm sorry. Hey, Glasses, can you? I know you. Please make a shirt that say the only hope I have is being a Lakers fan. I know you. Please, for your business, you ain't you like do that. Please, the only hope I have is being a Lakers fan. Please make that shirt. You gonna cash out on that.
I also hope that basketball prevails.
Then you didn't make that a shirt too. Basketball prevails, and the only hope I have is being a Lakers fan right now.
That's it. Other than that, I'd be questioning it. Because I'm listening to it right now. Like, I'm like, the difference with every other team in the playoffs, none of them are really defensive teams. So therefore, once we make adjustments defensively, we usually fuck you up.
You got a rebuttal for that, Pavy?
But-
Because you said that you felt like there were no great offensive teams left.
Dark.
But he said there are no great defensive teams.
No, we didn't play.
Okay.
against any
Okay.
team.
Actually, settle this for me. Do you think the Lakers have played stiff competition in this playoffs, Glasses?
Hell yeah.
Really? Who?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Every round.
They just beat the shit out of them, bro. They just beat them.
Okay.
They just beat the shit out them, bro.
All right. Okay.
Every round.
All right. Okay.
I'm
I'll take that
impressed.
L on that one. Hey, look.
I'm impressed.
COVID dap.
I'm impressed.
I'll
with
take
our-
that L on that one.
impressed-
I'll take that L on that
I'm
one then.
impressed
Go ahead.
with our playoff run. This is what I'm saying. I'm impressed with our playoff run. We have shut everybody down, but we also are one of 2 defensive teams on the West. It's
Facts.
only 2 defensive teams on the West. It's only 2.
Who?
Us and the Clippers.
The Clippers won defensive team. Doc even said y'all
They're
won
a defensive team, but they also had
they won defensive.
they also had issues in their
I'm gonna say
identity.
y'all. I'm speaking of the Clippers. God damn. Okay, go ahead.
They had issues in their identity, so they got confused. So they put different lineups that don't fit who their identity is. That's the problem.
Well, they don't have an identity, Glasses.
It should have been defense, but they
Don't have an identity.
Know what they was doing.
They don't have an identity.
Yes. You know what? I can actually agree with you because they never settled. But again, they are a defensive team. They just were confused.
Yeah.
Just the Lakers are a defensive team that have realized defense has gotten us success. But I don't truly believe in our mind we think we are a defensive team. The players, I still think they we won success with it. But I think if their back was against the wall, if our back was against the wall, rather, you feel me? I think we would see who we really are. You had to come out in that game. What I'm praying to happen, this is gonna sound fucked up as a Laker fan.
Don't do
Miami
this.
wins.
Don't do this. Stop. Why
I'm
you always gotta
praying
do this, Glasses?
Miami wins,
Glasses,
bro.
I swear to God, I gotta go to the bathroom. Why?
I wanna
Why?
see us. I want to
And
see
then
us.
what you gonna say when y'all lose? You gonna be mad as hell. Cause you
Yes,
because
but I
you
want
said
to see-
you the happiest I done heard you all playoffs.
I said the next game.
Yes.
Not the series.
If they lose the next game, it's a slippery slope, Glasses.
I understand, but
You gonna be playing with Avalanche.
I want to see who we really are. I want to see.
Why? Why don't you just want to win?
I
Why
want
don't
to
you
win
just
anything.
want to take that W and go home and put that number 17 in your back pocket and be like, it don't matter if everybody got hurt. We won.
No,
I do want
that's
a
not the
parade.
that's not how I am.
I know that's not how you are, but God damn it, why you can't just take the championship?
No, because we should have to earn. We all have to earn things in life. We should have to play against. We should have to go inside who we really are to find out. I would love for Miami to win the next game and for us to deal with that adversity. I want to see who we are.
Even
I
if
wanna
y'all
know.
lose, even if that mean y'all lose.
I don't care. No, don't say that because I don't think that can happen. But I would love to see who we really. I believe we are a bit more triumphant than maybe people give us credit. But I would like to see us with our back against the wall. We haven't even had any adversity this playoffs. This almost reminds me.
Yeah,
when
so
the-
this is my
when the
question.
Jordan
So this is my
season-
question. I actually, Pavy said the same word, and I Googled it earlier. Adversity means difficulties. So how can you tell me that they played tough competition?
They've been
if
beating
they
the fuck
haven't
out of
had
everybody.
Any difficulties.
They've been dominating them.
Because listen,
How?
they were offensively great teams they played against. All the teams were offensively great teams. They're offensive competition. We just happen to have great defense. This is the first time we're playing against a really great defensive team in the playoffs. This is a great coached, front office, talented, tasked defensive team. If Bam is back, they're like a top 5 defensive team. They're like a spectacular defensive team. So, again, this is different than the offensive great teams we played against. Denver is a fantastic offensive team. Houston, Portland, great offensive players. Great offense, the best offensive talent in the NBA. But we haven't played against defensive talents. So that's why this series is so dope, because we get to match up our defense against another great defensive team.
Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna argue with that. And look. All right. No. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second, Glasses.
You don't want to see us lose the next game so we can see like.
I want to see y'all lose. Period. I'm sorry. I want to see y'all lose. Period. You already know that. You know that. As a Los Angelino, you know that. As a habitual Laker fan, you know I want to see y'all lose. And if you say you don't, you're lying. You know I want to see y'all lose. So I want to see y'all lose every game, but I don't think you all will lose looking at my actual basketball sense. I actually thought that this game would come from the Heat in the next game. So the Heat just did it a game before I thought they would do it. But you guys are going to win the championship, man. And I'm mad as hell that literally I can't be on Figueroa when the Lakers win the championship, because Fig is going to be crazy. Yes, go ahead. But, Glasses, we finna get out of here soon, so I'm going to get up with you later, G.
Go on, brother. I'm on y'all.
All right, much love. Peace. All right, so that's the OG Glasses Malone, West Coast legend. Oh, did I just spill this beer in my seat? No, I didn't. There wasn't enough beer left. You want to go back to the bar after this?
With it. I got to go that way anyway.
I mean, I'm dead ass, though. Actually, low-key, never mind. Anyways, it's been Hoops and Brews, man. Hoops and Brews happy hour. We're going to name
Cheers,
this.
guys.
The name of this is the Jimmy Butler game, by the way. This was the Jimmy Butler game. It was. And I just want to say actually, you know what, Jimmy Butler? I'm looking at you right now, and I'm going to crop this video out, and it's just going to be me. Jimmy Butler, because I know who you are.
What are we doing after this, by the way?
No, stop. Jimmy Butler, because I know who you are. Everything I just saw from you was a fluke, bro.
Whoa, wow.
It's a fluke, bro. Because I know who you are. Everything I just saw from you was a fluke. It was a fluke.
He's
It's a
good
fluke.
for one of these games,
No,
though.
stop. Because I know. Stop. Jimmy Butler, because I know who you are. That was a fluke. You can't do it again. You can't do it again. That was a fluke. It was a fluke. And I'm not calling you a fluke, but that performance was a fluke. You, Jimmy Butler, will never do that again. Ever in your life will you ever have a triple-double in the finals ever again. LeBron and Anthony Davis are going to dog walk y'all in the next game, and then you're going to be going home. Pavy, stop doing that, G.
No, my bad. I be forgetting.
Stop, G.
Stop,
G. I know they be at home like, what the hell is this? Stop, G. Stop, bro. I can hear it. Sound like somebody rubbing sandpaper on the wall. Stop. But you're not going to do it again, Jimmy. And I got mad respect for you, but you're not going to do it again. Go ahead. What's your final words? He won't do it again. He won't. He won't. He won't. If Jimmy Butler drop another 40-point triple-double, I'll buy you a bottle of Cristal.
Yeah, he not going to do that.
Ain't that was the bet last time when you was like, yeah, what's a bet worth having? A bet worth having is another Jimmy. I will buy you a bottle of Cristal if Jim, and I'm finna have a baby, but I will buy you a bottle of Cristal if Jimmy Butler has another 40-point triple-double again versus the Lakers.
I don't think that's likely.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that's likely.
That's worth a bottle of Cristal.
I don't think they need that to win a game.
Yeah, but that's worth a bottle of Cristal. All right, so do you want to make the bet or no?
Yeah, sure.
No, we got to shake on that.
What do I got to buy you one if he don't have one?
I mean,
No, because I don't think he's gonna have one.
See, now you understand what I was saying when I was talking
But
about
I
this.
clarified this before we shook hands. I clarified. No, you
but
did
I
it.
did too.
No, you did it.
Did you
No,
go back
you
and
did
watch
it.
it though? But
You
did you
didn't
go back and watch it
clarify
though?
that.
But
No,
did you
you
go back and
didn't.
watch it
You
though?
didn't clarify
You didn't
that.
go back and watch it though.
You didn't clarify
You didn't
that.
go back and
You
watch
didn't
it.
clarify
No. I don't want to hear that. But all right, well, fine then. Never mind that. We won't make that bet. But Jimmy Butler, you're never gonna do that again. That's how much Pavy believes you won't do that again. He's not willing to bet a $150 ball of Chris Dollar.
Nah, but like,
I don't think Jimmy think he gonna do that.
You
again.
want to make
yeah,
that
I don't
bet?
think he's gonna do that again.
Why not?
Because nobody believes he's gonna do that again.
Damn, Jimmy.
But like, I don't think he needs to do that for him to win a game. Though. I think
Jimmy.
like,
They called y'all heat haters in the comments.
No, I don't think he needs to do that to win a game.
No, that was
Like-
that was a amazing performance. Like,
I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
I mean, like 2016 in the finals when Kyrie and Bron both had 41-point games. They didn't need to do that again to
Yeah,
win.
they didn't do that again. Like, they don't need to do that. I just think that again, he had a great game. It was an incredible game. He did what he needed to do to keep him in the series. But no, like a Glass said, the reason why this series is different is because I think the Lakers are the better defensive team, but still the Heat are probably one of the better they were arguably the best defensive team in the playoffs, not named the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, even if the Lakers are a better defensive team,
The Heat still really damn good.
The Heat still got to come and score on the Heat. You know,
And again, the reason I'm saying they're better is because I think that as far as a defensive team, I think the Heat might have the better defensive team. I just think the two best defensive players in the series are Bron and AD. I know, Bron may not make all defensive, but I still think with Bron's athleticism that he still has a basketball mind, he's up there. And AD, I think, is the best team defender in the series and also the best individual defender. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying about the Lakers being a better defensive team. But as far as team defense, the Heat might play better team defense. And again, yes, I do think Duncan Robinson and Heat are good for a game, but Duncan Robinson being a plus 27 means something to me because it says that when you put four shooters, basically five shooters out there sometimes. Well, even Jimmy's kind of playing the mid-range, so he's kind of been playing like their big man. But when you have a guy like Duncan Robinson, who I think led the league in three-point percentage, you can't leave him. So no matter, even if he is 2 for 10,
it don't matter. He'll knock it down.
You can't leave him.
If he missed those because they got hands up today.
Yeah, like
all his shots were contested. He was shooting like fadeaway threes and shit.
Yeah,
today.
But you just can't leave him. So the fact that he was a plus 27 speaks to that. And I mean, look, we'll see. I definitely think the Lakers have some things to clean up, like you said. Morris was shooting a lot of shots down the stretch. Kuzma was shooting a lot of shots down the stretch. I would much rather AD and Bron get those looks, but we'll see what happens next time. We'll see. Again, technically, the Lakers did what they were supposed to do and protect home court. And we'll see what the Heat do. So far, the Heat have,
my thing is if Bam is playing next game, that changes a lot. If Bam is playing next game, then Spoelstra has a lot more to work with for his plan. And especially if they don't announce it till like last minute, and the Lakers can't really prepare, I think that'll be. I think if you get to the fourth quarter of Game 4 and it's not a blowout,
we'll see.
We'll
see.
Yeah. But anyways, it's been Hoops and Brews happy hour, the Jimmy Butler game. Any final words, Pavy?
No.
T, final words? No, as always, find us on Twitter, Instagram at Hoops and Brews. You can also search us at hmbmedia.com. Anytime you want to watch one of our live shows, you go to hmbmedia.com. And as all,
got cooked wild quick, by the way.
I went to the bathroom.
Got cooked.
How they get cooked by the time I went to the bathroom?
Crazy ass
wild quick.
How they get
quick.
The score was 11-14.
Wild quick.
How they get cooked? I went to the bathroom.
That was a touchdown, like an interception for a touchdown. They pulled the quarterback. What quarterback?
How did I get I just went to the bathroom.
They got cooked.
I just went to the bathroom.
Who the? They got new era face masks, bro. Who is he?
Anyways, once the season ends, what we gonna do for happy hours? We not gonna do. We're gonna do Monday Night Football happy hours.
This is riveting.
I'm crying. Anyways, we'll get up with y'all next time. It's been your boy Real TPJ, REEL TPJ. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. It's a film joke. If you don't get it, you damn dummy. As always, we have our new resident guest, the homie T. If you want to swim and join the waves and get with the vibes, talk to the homie T. Go ahead, talk to him.
What's up? What's up? It's T. You can find me on socials. Join the swim team. I talk about sports sometimes, but mostly leave it to these guys unless I'm on here. But yeah. Also,
You can dunk though.
I can dunk. I recently played and I can still dunk, but I need to get back in shape because that was like all I could do that day. So catch me outside trying to get my stamina back. But,
Exactly.
And then last but not least, homie Pav.
Go ahead, Pavy.
Yeah, as always, man. Pavers.com, go check that out. I just feel like rapping 2 is out right now. Go check that out. See my video. Go watch that. I actually might comment in the comments and put it in the comments. Go watch that video. And
You can always put that in there. I just never actually think to do that, by the way. Actually, should that be the new happy hour theme song?
Is it? I don't feel like it's calm enough for happy hour.
Well, that's the point, though. Is it calm? Do we have to be calm on happy hour?
I guess not. It is happy hour. You don't really have to be calm on happy hour. This is the first song recorded in the crib.
For real?
I did this on GarageBand actually.
Did you? I'm telling
That's the
you.
GarageBand auto-tune.
Really?
It's the GarageBand auto-tune.
How? What you just mixed it?
When I printed down the files, I couldn't take the auto-tune off.
I'll show you how to do it.
No, I mean I didn't care.
You
I wanted the auto-tune on it because I was like, I like this auto-tune for the I'm used to
That
hearing
was
it like this.
GarageBand auto-tune?
That's GarageBand auto-tune.
That's incredible.
It's GarageBand auto. That's not.
Incredible.
That's GarageBand. I mean, it's obviously mixed vocals, but that's GarageBand auto-tune.
Yeah, but still incredible. It don't matter if it's
GarageBand
mixed.
auto-tune.
The fact
That's
that it's
GarageBand auto-tune. That is not.
I just want to say I've been a big fan of GarageBand. I finally made the switch to Pro Tools, but I still make all my beats in GarageBand. But anyways, Hoops and Brews, happy hour. We'll get up with y'all next time. The Jimmy Butler game. Until then, peace out.
Feeling